What's up, people? So I recently got the chance to check out Terrence Malick's latest flick, Song to Song, and I really like it, but it's not for everybody. Oh, believe me, it's not for everybody.
I didn't know why I was coming to this party. And then I saw you and I thought, that's why.
As I walk along, I wonder what went wrong with our love.
We thought we could just roll and tumble.
According to some things I read online, Song to Song is the final film in Terrence Malick's recent weird trilogy, if you can call it a trilogy, and if you have seen any of them and didn't like or just hate them, then why are you watching this review? You're gonna hate this film. If you have never seen a Malick film before and feel curious about checking this one out, then go for it. There's a good chance you might never want to watch anything with his name on it, but there's also the chance you might be curious and want to see more of his films, if you go in with an open mind, like I did. The first film from Malick that I watched was Night of Cups, and although I can't say I love or even fully understood it, it's weird as fuck, I found myself enjoying whatever the hell I was watching, and the same thing happened with this film. Here, instead of focusing on one single character or one family, the narrative follows 4 people, but only one of them stands out as a main character. Rooney Mara is sort of the protagonist. She's pretty much the glue that keeps everyone connected in the story. And as far as plot goes, that's pretty much all I'm going to say. Not only because, like Malick's previous films, this is something more of an experience than an actual film, and there were parts where I was in complete trance watching what was happening on screen. But then there were other parts where I was yelling, "Why, Terrence, why?" But I'm getting ahead of myself. From a visual standpoint, this film is as much of a masterpiece as The Revenant. The cinematography is excellent. It was executed with such perfection that at the same time relaxes and amazes you. The lighting was by far my favorite aspect, with some of the frames being so gorgeous that all I wanted were stills of those moments. From a pornographic standpoint, this film might make you thirsty. Yeah, I just said that. There were scenes with Rooney Mara that seemed to have come directly from my filthy imagination. Thank you, Terrence. Not to make it sound like this is some sort of porno, just merely complimenting the artistry and elegance of how some scenes were presented, specifically the sex scenes. Needless to say that if you're a fan of the actors involved, you might really enjoy watching Song to Song. Anyway, the soundtrack was also great, usually not something I pay much attention with Malick's films, the visuals are much more interesting, but maybe because the story was about musicians and music, that's why I noticed it more. And the parts where I was in tune with the film, where we have sequences that are edited to such a degree that the visuals and the score gave me a feeling that I would describe as being on drugs, those parts were pretty awesome. But unfortunately that feeling wasn't there for the whole film. The writing is without doubt the weakest element. I was prepared to watch something more abstract than your usual blockbuster. This is Malick after all. But I wasn't prepared for lines of dialogue that remove any sense of subtlety. That's a Zack Snyder thing. Case in point, there were parts where it wasn't complicated to understand what's happening, even in a film like this, but for some reason Malick felt a need to have the characters say what they're feeling, either by dialogue or narration, and those moments really drag and hurt the pacing. It's not like this was an easy film to watch anyways, so I really don't know what they were thinking. But maybe they weren't thinking, maybe they were just stoned, who knows. The acting was off and on, these 4 did a great job, and even some of the other actors they interacted with, like Cate Blanchett. But then there were some extras that seemed handpicked from some shitty Brazilian soap opera. In particular, this one woman that delivered the sappiest, corniest speech I have heard all year. And I have rewatched Hacksaw Ridge, it was just that bad. But those are all the things I didn't like about the film. As far as what a second viewing will add to my experience, I really don't know. Maybe the parts that drag will make the film a nightmare to get through, and I'll never watch it again. Or maybe I'll enjoy it even more. Who knows? From now, I'm giving Song to Song something between a 5 and a 7. From a narrative stance, it's like, why bother? This is Terrence Malick. It's going to be fucking weird. And his only film that followed a normal structural narrative was made in the 70s. And it doesn't seem like he wants to do those types of films anymore. But from a technical standpoint, the guy has only improved his unique style of filmmaking. One that will never be forgotten, because it's fucking great. I love it. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you like it, comment below, down below, leave a like for that YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!